apologize for starting out with the question about the offense.
For sure.
Be on silent and watch the offense.
I mean, we feed off them, so it's a lot of big personalities over there, a lot of playmakers. And so, I think collectively, I think we're at our best when we kind of using each other, and feeding off each other. So that was a great start.
How does with that offense, how does having them score on 9 straight possessions end up impacting, what y'all want to do?
Well, I think it's, for us, it's lunchtime. We know we're going to have a chance to, make a play. I think it's important for us to just, win first down and, get those teams in those third and longs. And, I think defensively, we're able to kind of come alive, So, hats off to the offense. Those guys, definitely carried the weight, pretty much the whole game.
What you saw today kind of typical what you had seen in Irvine and all the camp?
Yeah. I mean, we were competing, man. Like, really, ever since we came back, like phase 1 and phase 2. Obviously, phase 1 is more like, just working out and meetings. But, once we got to phase 2, man, like we kind of knew, it just felt different. You know what I mean? And, especially going to camp, man, like just competing against that offense and, like I said, that skill set too. Like we knew what, NFL was going to be up against. Obviously, man, this is all about executing and, guys just making plays like when the numbers called. So it was a few guys that didn't really, make a play, but like we know they can make those plays too. So just looking forward to that, continuing to this,
What's it like playing a game like this? Is everything snowballing and jumping right through?
I mean, you can't necessarily bank on it to kind of go your way, like it went today. But when it do, man, I think like I said, man, everybody has to be ready, when the number calls. So it was a lot of us that, had opportunities to make plays, and we made them. And so just trying to keep that going.
Can you walk us through the play when you were able to come in, make the sack, get the fumble, and then recover? Yeah, I mean, initially I thought I kind of overran it, and just really threw my hand out there late, and from there, man, it was just like, where's the ball? You know what I mean? So I tried to smack it. I thought I hit it away from it, but actually I hit it closer to me. So, and then from there, man, it's just like, just try your best to kind of corral it, and just keep it. So, but yeah, man, like those are kind of plays that, I think we're able to make, when we flying around. Nah, man. Will has had a great spring. He's a smart player. He's a player that can really play, 4 or 5 positions, in the back end. And so I think that versatility, along with, his mental capacity to kind of, really use information and take it to the field. Not every player is able to do that. But yeah, man, like I said, man, we're just trying to make the plays that come to us, because so many times we look back on games and, we maybe dropped that ball or didn't recover that fumble. So, today, all the hard work kind of paid off, from the spring and camp.
Can you talk about the growth that you've seen from Alontae Taylor, first Saints defensive back in history to have 3 sacks on senior year? Yeah, man. Like Tay is taking this thing to another level. He's really, not saying that he wasn't serious about it, his first couple of years, but you could see the growth. He's kind of stepping into that leadership role, and he's one of those players defensively. Like he's a weapon, for us, and. He's not just a great cover guy. Like, he can blitz, too. He can tackle. So, like I said, man, we get those teams on those third and longs, and, now we can kind of weaponize the guys that we have on defense. And, just glad he didn't miss those, you know what I mean? Because those are like the hardest sacks, when you come through untouched. So, just glad he got him on the ground. And Bryce is shifty, too, you know what I mean? So, just glad he got him down. What makes those the hardest ones? I think oftentimes we think untouched, it's easy.
It's just hard, man. I think as a defender, you understand that they have two-way goals. You know what I mean? And then some of these quarterbacks, well, most of them now, like that's what make them special is their pocket awareness and escapability. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Like glad he got them down.
With the defensive backs accounting for 3 turnovers and 3 sacks, does that seem like an unusual formula to you, or something that is very realistic on a regular basis for a defense like this?
I think it's realistic. We got guys that can cover on the outside. I think we have guys that play safety that's, opportunistic. Along with the scheme, like I think, obviously it won't happen every week, but
you know, when we feeling it, man, we executing at a high level. Like, you know, we think that can happen, you know, every time we go out there.
Schematics-wise, you guys walked a lot of safeties down near that 5-tech. Is that something that's going to be a regular thing with safety blitzes or coming off the edge of that corner?
We'll see. We'll see. I think with this team, you know, we had a couple nuggets. You know, we had a couple beads on, you know, when we can, you know, pressure those guys or send a safety, send a defensive back. So, but every week it changes. You know, I think, you know, we have the ability to do whatever we want to do and be successful. So, yeah, maybe next week it won't be that. Who knows?
Obviously, it's important. You guys go to Dallas next week. Is there any little areas of improvement that you hope that your team capitalizes on?
Yeah. I mean, for us, man, it's just one game. You know, one game won't, you know, define, you know, our season. And so, you know, obviously it's one of those wins that, you know, you have to enjoy it just because the magnitude of it and, you know, us coming back home, playing in front of our fans. You know, I think it was a big deal for us to, you know, have that kind of performance. But, you know, I don't think that performance has anything to do with what happened next week. You know, we just got to come back to work, keep our head down, and, you know, just stay humble.
Since you came to New Orleans, you've defined yourself, especially as a leader, especially going into this year with guys being hurt and such. How have you translated that from on the field to back in the locker room?
Well, I just try to be who I am, you know, each and every day. You know, I love playing football. I love coming to work. You know, I love working with others, you know what I mean? And so, you know, for me, man, like I think that's important for me. I'm in a young defensive back room. You know, a lot of those guys don't have half the experience I have. And so, you know, it's just me kind of using that experience to kind of keep everybody, you know, just pushing forward, you know what I mean? And so, you know, that's a role that I, you know, and a responsibility that I take, you know, seriously. And so, but yeah. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Harry.
Thank you, Alvin.